Former Republican National Committee Chair Ronna McDaniel just became a paid contributor for NBC News. Yesterday, her credibility was called into question on Meet the Press over her past comments about election results in the January 6th insurrection. Take a look.
Do you disagree with Trump saying he's going to free those who've been charged?
I do not think people who committed violent acts on January 6th should be freed.
So you disagree with that? He's been saying that for months. Ronna, why not speak out earlier? Why just speak out about that now?
When you're the RNC chair, you kind of take one for the whole team, right? Now I get to be a little bit more myself, right? This is what I believe.
I think our bosses owe you an apology for putting you in this situation, because I don't know what to believe. She is now a paid contributor by NBC News. So I have no idea whether any answer she gave to you was because she didn't want to mess up her contract. She wants us to believe that she was speaking for the RNC when the RNC was paying for her. So she has credibility issues that she still has to deal with. I don't think it's going to bring the network what they think it wants to bring to the network. I understand the motivation, but this execution, I think, was poor.
So I leave it to y'all. What do you think?
Look, I think she's a shapeshifter, and she says and does what's convenient for her to say and do when it's convenient. She's from Michigan, where the name Romney, which is her name, she used to use. When she was in Michigan, she was a Romney. When she became the RNC chair, and it was under Trump, who did not like Romney, she took out the name Romney. When it was convenient for her to amplify the things that Donald Trump was saying, to amplify the conspiracy theories, to gaslight journalists, to malign journalists, she did that. Now that she's on NBC, she's changed her tune. So I think that Chuck Todd is very right in calling into question on the air. And by the way, kudos to NBC for having Chuck Todd, giving that Chuck Todd had the freedom, or felt he had the freedom to say that on the air, just following that. The head of NBC News is a very good friend of mine from Miami, Cesar Conde.
Former Republican Associate Committee, Romney, she came out and there was a mixed feeling about her because people did not really believe on her word, and the women in the view have their own opinion to give. They say she is not very stable, she's not very constant with her word because of the things she's been saying. They show now that she's with NBC, she have changed her word. Actually, when January 6 happened, she came out and made it an interview and said she doesn't believe that people who were committed crime in January 6 don't have to go to jail. All of them have to go to jail according to her. But because of the pressure and everything, she now they asked her that, so why did you not speak out before? She said that because as the leader of that committee, Republican Associate Committee, she didn't have a right because she was not allowed. She was flowing with what the people were telling her to do. But according to the journalists, they say she's not to be trusted because wherever she found herself, she just rolled the ball according to what they are telling her to do. So according to the women in the view, they say that Tennessee that she's from, she's been fluing because her name was Romney, because when she started working with Donald Trump did not like that name. She had to remove Romney out of her name. So she's not very consistent with, she has a problem of choice. She has a problem of knowing where she stands. So trust, so they are not going to trust her. Basically, they went ahead and talked about Tennessee, that she was the head of it. But during that time in Tennessee, she wasn't really standing for it because she suppressed like almost up to 70% of voters who wanted to vote. She didn't suppress the voting of black people. One of those people who are reviving that the 2020 election, President Biden did not win. It was out of fraud, it was fraudulent, and she's not very consistent. So how will NBC ex-boyfriend. We know how who got divorced because of that, also because of his relationship with Fanny. So Fanny first now like come into it, and Fanny was almost debarred from that because of that boyfriend, and they accused that Fanny used the money, tax money that was given to her to furnish a boyfriend. But Fanny claimed that she paid for that when they went for that vacation, because a man don't take care of her. Actually, during that situation, the Nathan had to came down, had to resign from that particular case. If not so, Fanny could have removed from that case. Actually, Fanny fathers came out and said Fanny always keep money at home, because as black people, you keep money at home, it's not secured, which from his past experience, he wanted to buy with cash and with credit card, and they refused because they think he's not eligible to have such money. So according to the Fanny's father, that is why he always allow tell Fanny to keep 60% of his pay at home for the year. Actually, that alone saved Fanny, and Fanny is still in that case. So that January 6th has not been an easy case. According to what happened, many people have gone to jail. The riot that happened on January 6th. So actually, this particular lady is not to be trusted, because people's life, and according to the women in the view, people's life depend on it, but she ignored that part because she was working under a certain canopy, and now she has been paid $300,000. Now she wants to speak another narrative. What actually do you believe? Do you believe that Ronna had to be trusted, or do you believe that women in the view that should not be trusted? Let me see your own opinion on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.